Look at that porky good richness there. Yum. Hello my friends, this is Sylvie Curry, Lady of Q, and once again I'm in my kitchen. Today I'm going to do a treat, sort of like a double header, because I'm testing a new charcoal maize which is in my smoker. In addition, while I have that going, I'm going to also put on a pork belly. It's a whole pork belly, uncured bacon, and we're going to smoke that and see what we get. Let's get on this. This morning I'm getting ready to do a test run on using a new charcoal maize that I recently received. And I want to test out and see if I can get the temperatures I need on my backwood smoker. What I have are 3 separators to form this maize. And these are from Humphrey's Barbecue. And I'm going to see if they fit first in my Chubby and then in my Party G2. This is the configuration I'm going to be using on my Chubby. My air controller actually comes in on this side, so my coals are going to be starting here, coming along, and then through there. And we'll see if that actually makes a difference. If I can get a longer burn and not waste as much charcoal, or whatever. We'll see what happens. On my Party G2, I've got 3 of the, so I've got one here, another one here, and the third one there in the back. And we'll see how it works in my Party G2 if I can get some hot temperatures in here. One of the big concerns I have is that on this one, my air temperature controller comes in on this side, and this is actually partially blocking. There is a little bit of a gap there, so air can get in there. Today I'm going to smoke a pork belly to go along with this, and we'll see what we get. I have my timer set, and I started it off at 5 hours. I've got my charcoal starting, and I use the little paraffin type starters, and that's going to catch on in a little bit. My air temperature controller is set for 350 degrees. Okay, I'm 8 minutes into starting these charcoals, and my paraffin has burnt down and my coals are lit, so I'm going to close this baby up and monitor the progression from here on through this cook. 1 hour into the smoke and we're at 248 degrees. I started off with the temperature inside the smoker of 52 degrees. Let's see how our charcoal is doing in this maize. Charcoal is just getting up to the first turn. Has not made it past that turn yet. So we're looking good. And that's 1 hour in, 250 degrees. Timer starting at 5 hours. We're now at 3 hours 53 minutes. Here's my pork belly. It's a 9-pounder, skinless. It's just a fat cap. I'm going to be trimming it up. I'm not going to cook it whole big like this, so I'm going to trim it up because I have another use for the ends of this pork belly. So I'll get that out of the way. In addition, I'm probably going to, or maybe, because it looks pretty good, I don't know if I need to trim off any of the top part. I've trimmed up this pork belly. I cut off a portion of each edge. That's some really nice looking bacon there, uncured bacon. It's better squared off now. It will fit in my pan. This is the opposite end. These are my slices that I cut off, and I'm going to use that for another project. I'm going to rub this pork belly with some olive oil on both sides, and then I'm going to put the 50/50 Sweet Money Trinity as a coating on both sides of it. Let it set for a few seconds, minutes or other. Then I'll put it on the smoker. Currently, I just checked my smoker. It was up to 247 degrees. Actually, I wanted to try to do this one a little hotter than that as a hot and fast cook because I want to get that smoker up to 350 if I can. This is the fat cap side seasoned all around. It's a really nice looking pork belly. I am going to cook it whole. I'm not going to cut it into cubes to make pork belly burn ends or anything like that. We'll just cook it up whole, and as we serve, we'll see what portion we're going to make. Okay, my friends, here we have the top of the pork belly. It's all seasoned up and in my pan. I'm not going to cook it in the pan. This is just for transport. So I'll take it down to the smoker, put it on, and we'll let it go for however long it takes to get the color that I want on it, and we'll go on to the next step. This is pork belly, whole pork belly, where I've just trimmed off the edges, and we're going to make some pork belly deliciousness here. We're at 335 degrees inside the smoker. I haven't put the meat in yet. That's the next step. We're down 2 hours, so it took 2 hours to get to 334. With an outdoor temperature out here, it's still hovering around the low 50s. After 2 hours, this is the progression of our maize. It's chugging along quite rapidly, actually. We'll come back in about, I'll say 15-20 minutes and see where we are. Ooh, that was a wind gush, got it to going. Let me close her up. We reached 350 degrees, and that's about 2 hours and 10 minutes into starting these charcoals. I'm going to do this hot and fast cook on this pork belly. I'm going to start off at 350, see what the progression is in an hour. I may or may not decrease the temperature of the smoker depending on what I get. Okay, this is my pork belly getting ready to go on the smoker. And time-wise, 254. That's how many hours are left on the timer. I started out as 5 hours with 2 hours and a bit and just getting the smoker up to temp. Inside the smoker, I'm not going to be cooking with a water pan. I'm going to lay the pork belly on the grate with a full pan underneath to catch the drippings. When I come back, I'll show you what that looks like. I only got 2 hands. The pork belly is on. My pork belly's been in for about an hour, and the temperature is still holding close to the 350 mark. Let's see what it looks like. Looking yummy in there. I'm going to get my water bottle and spritz it a little bit. I see a little bit of the Maillard reaction going on now. And actually I may decrease the temperature of the smoker. Here's my charcoal. Maize seems to be working very well. No complaints. A little windy out here, so that's when you see all the little sparkle things coming out. Looking good. I'm still only about an hour and a half into this cook. I spritzed the pork belly a little while ago, about 20 minutes ago. And I'm going to check on it now just to make sure it's not getting too dark. When I wrap it, I'm going to put in another coating of my combination Trinity and Sweet Money. Then I have some peach nectar I'm going to put in for liquid. And I have some honey glaze that I'm going to use as a sauce. Looking good. I'm getting ready to wrap. I'm going to take it out and put it in my pan, swirl it with some okay, pork belly is ready to wrap. I'm going to be adding some sugar, some peach nectar, in addition to a little bit more of my Trinity plus sweet honey rub. I'm going to wrap it up in foil and put it back in until it gets tender. I just probed it and it was at like 171, 172. So we're good. This is what it looks like. So let's get the wrapping done. I don't want to leave it out too long. It looks good though. I'm only working by myself, so I didn't have the opportunity to show you putting all the different mixtures on, but I do have the sugar, the sweet honey and Trinity, some of the honey glaze, and peach nectar. Let me wrap this baby up, put it back in the smoker. This is at the end of the cook. That's about 5 hours in, and we be through. I pulled the pork belly off, so I'm going to take it in the house and I'll do a reveal on it. We'll let this burn out and we're good to go. Here's the pork belly. It's done. Temperatures are like in the 200s, 207, 208. It's nice and tender. Probe goes in like butter. The only thing I have left to do is to get a glazed look on it. I pulled it from the smoker outside and I'm going to do the glaze in the oven. I know, blasphemy, blasphemy. However, time-wise, it's more efficient for me to do it that way. And I'll bring it back in a few minutes. I've put on the honey glaze. My oven is heating up. I've got it set to go to 425, and that's hopefully will set the sauce. One of the things that I want to bring to your attention about my wrapping of this pork belly, number one, I didn't add any butter. I think pork belly has enough fat as it is already. And I did not use any agave. I'm relying upon the sugar that I added and my sauce that also has honey in it. So that should complete my sweet part of cooking this pork belly. It's looking really good. All I have to do is set this sauce. There she is. We're done. Didn't take but a few minutes in the oven for the sauce to set, and I'm gonna let it rest, and then we'll cut into this baby. Pork belly. The pork belly is done. It's ready for slicing. Ah, yummy goodness. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna first do it in cubes, even though I'm not gonna call these burn ends because they're not burn ends. This is just smoked pork. Excuse me. This is just smoked pork belly. Let's look at this. Look at that richness. Oh my. Porky good richness. Yum. Can't wait to cut a piece to taste it. Mmm. 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 Wow, that's good. Wow, that sure is good. Take it and cut it into nice little bite-sized cubes. gorgeous. Stand up there. Take off these gloves. They got all that yummy goodness on them. I just want you all to see that. I've got my pork belly smoked. Let's take a bite. Look at that unctuousness. Wow. That's just plain old fatty goodness. Sweet, salty. Oh. I sure wish I could share this with you guys. This is Sylvie Curdy, Lady of Q. I'm here in my kitchen. I invite you to like, subscribe, tell a friend, come back again. Thank you very much.